Everybody is on Reddit. I mean, there is like 21 million searches a month on Reddit. If that's so much traffic going to Reddit and Google is playing this card of human-generated content more and more, how can I use it? How can I take it to my website? And how can I grow this traffic? SEO is not just Google. SEO is multi-channel discipline by now when you think of it. This works. SEO is all about experimenting. That's what I love about it. Let's review in 2025 how right I got this or not.
Linkhouse, more than link building platform.
Hello, welcome to I Hate SEO podcast. And I'm meeting here with Ivana Flynn.
Hello, everyone.
We're going to talk about how to get traffic from Reddit. Ivana, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you for having me. I'm Ivana Flynn. I'm an SEO of 16 years, most of the years in very competitive niches, last 8 of them with iGaming. I live in Malta. I work with iGaming companies, obviously, and I'm a massive cat lover. I have 6 cats.
How are you doing, Ivana?
Very good, thank you. Brighton is always great to be in. And Brighton is the place that it turned me into a speaking SEO. Before I came to Brighton, I didn't think of speaking. So thanks to Brighton, you've got me as a speaker.
Yeah, I heard that this is a great conference for first-time speakers.
It wasn't my first time speaking, but I saw so many people speaking. I thought, I can do this. I want to try to do this. So I started, and then I cover lots of conferences and podcasts, and it became a huge passion. So thanks to Brighton can turn you, like seriously, this is a place that will turn you into a speaking SEO. Because SEOs are generally those shy, introverted people. Apparently, I keep hearing, not me, not micros being introverted, but a lot of them are. They just love their data. They just love their little nitty-gritty analysis. And they don't want to speak about all the fantastic things they learned, discovered. They would want to share, but they're usually genuinely scared. So Brighton, you will see all this energy and everybody in a crowd trying to cheer you on and be happy for you, even if you make a mistake, if you are shaking there. And it just makes you into this person like, I can do this, I can share as well. So Brighton is great for that.
Anything else special about Brighton SEO conference?
You always learn something because it's so many different niches coming and so many interesting personas. This time, I really like the Q&A with John Miller. It's like queuing for Santa there. You know, he's sitting and you're like, oh, it's my time. I'm going to sit on his lap and ask my naughty questions. I have so many questions I'm going to queue tomorrow before my speech. So hopefully I'll get to ask him.
Yes, I hope to see your speech tomorrow as well. So I'm going to follow you.
Please come. But you already know all the answers. But tomorrow I have it with graphics as well.
Awesome. So this is I Hate SEO podcast. So I was wondering, is there something you hate about SEO?
I'm sure I'm not going to be original saying this, but lately a lot of things, especially the constant Google updates, like something is working, then it completely breaks. In a way, I started to hate how Google gave so much love to Reddit and then led to my topic because I started to look into it like, if it's this good, if that's so much traffic going to Reddit and Google is playing this card of human-generated content more and more, how can I use it? How can I use and take it to my website, to my podcast, whatever, and how can I grow this traffic? So in the end, what we hate, we start to study and then we become better of it. So I think that's the curse of SEOs.
So why is it worth looking into channels like Reddit for traffic?
Reddit is growing extremely a lot, especially since that marriage between API of Google and Reddit. So they basically connected the API. You can see that in robots, they blocked other searches, a lot of AI tools. And now Google gets first the content and it ranks much faster because Google gets to it faster than other websites that are not connected through APIs. So whatever you put on Reddit, it ranks pretty fast. Plus the DR, if you are playing with DR, it's 95. So you immediately get that massive backlink profile and you can leverage off that with a little bit of clever SEO works. Sadly, parasite SEO massively works on Reddit and is one of the tactics I'm ashamed to say, but I'm using. And it works. Google is not punishing Reddit for parasite SEO, even though we have the parasite SEO manual penalties since May. And a lot of them were in place, especially for the coupon sites in USA. A lot of gambling sites got hit for that because obviously in iGaming, I'm from iGaming, if you don't know, we discover something and then we get transfixed by that idea and we use it till we absolutely break it. So for example, Catena Media was using Parasite so much that they put all the eggs in one basket, that their earnings in Q2 were not as good as they expected because Google started to punish parasite SEO. So you need to always keep looking into new traffic sources. SEO is not just Google. SEO is multi-channel discipline by now when you think of it. You have a lot of traffic on YouTube, which is a search. Reddit is playing a part. Quora, as you mentioned, is not as huge as Reddit, but works very similarly. Google being all the other new things that are coming up. You need to learn them and you need to become an expert. It's not just ranking in Google anymore.
Yeah. So would you add Quora?
I'm starting to play around with it. It's not working exactly the same as Reddit. It's not working as successfully as Reddit, but it's working. So basically, it's still user-generated content. Yeah. It is a little bit less popular than Reddit. Reddit was founded in 2005, so it's like a grandfather of websites. Quora doesn't have that much content yet. The content I find a little bit more spammier, and it doesn't work for parasite SEO as well as Reddit does.
Okay, so if you were to choose to focus on one channel, you would definitely recommend Reddit.
I'm doing more Reddit, but I'm starting on Quora, and I'm trying to find the quirks that will work there, because after all my experiments, Christ, I just do nothing. I try to break it, I try to grow it, I try to break it. So I know Reddit pretty well. Quora, I don't know that well, so I'll pay attention to that. But Reddit, it's kind of a cool place to be.
So how can we actually use Reddit for parasite SEO practices?
For parasite SEO, it's sort of simple because you just need to create your own subreddit and start to work on it. Don't break it, because if you become very spammy, your subreddit will be removed. Even you might be banned completely from Reddit and start all over. So create a good subreddit. There is a huge one on gambling, and they rank extremely well, especially in difficult markets that are USA, UK, Australia, New Zealand, India, Germany. All of those very difficult markets are ranking, and they have positions 1, 2, 3 on keywords like best gambling sites, best websites for gambling, all of the keywords we want to rank for. So you need to think of Reddit being old websites with lots of users, lots of traffic. Every single update that happens, Google give them a little bit more love and more traffic goes there. Like through August update, we saw, I think, 30 million more searches a month going to Reddit, which is a huge number. You cannot miss out on that. Mm-hmm. And now you will create a subreddit. Let's call it croissant 1, 2, 3, as we have croissants here. Mm-hmm. And you will start to put content there on whatever you want to rank. In our case, it will be betting, it will be gambling. Betting is much easier than gambling because casino content is not that interesting. Betting is easier to grow. People simply, if you put good odds there, people will start to join your subreddit. Mm-hmm. But you don't necessarily have to have too many members to start to rank. Okay. So you create good content, and then, of course, you will get links to your subreddit, and it starts to rank. You can even rank it with AI content. It was one of my projects to see if I can actually rank it with AI content. Lots of people that joined that subreddit were like, what is this AI crap? Why is AI content? Mm-hmm. And I did it on purpose. I mean, I'm very ashamed to say that I used AI content, but it was a test. And people hated it. However, Google started to rank it, even without any links. And when I put some links there, very important keywords took the top 20 positions very easily. And then I overdone it and broke it completely and lost it. But it was a purpose of breaking it. Okay. But Parasite SEO works really well there.
Yes. So even though people didn't like the content, it's still ranked.
Exactly. And if you are a little bit more clever and you do it really good with well-researched content, SEO optimized content, maybe even interesting content, which for betting is okay, because Americans start to love soccer, football, and they start to research into it and they don't understand it. So if you have a subreddit with odds and predictions and explain them how it works, you start to pick up members very fast. Vega opened subreddit on that with the help of my husband, who is a massive football freak. As a British person, what can I say? Okay. And it picked up like 5 members in first hour. And it just started to pick up members and he was like, these are my predictions. And this is how I did. And all this prediction came true. So lucky. But it started to get members. Mm-hmm. Casino is a little bit more difficult. You might not get the members because people don't want to be connected with casino. It's still a little bit of gray. Yeah, but you can still rank it. And people will just simply come to your website. Because even if you don't have members, you have people on the site and you can see how many people are right now there. You have got 0 members, you have 20 people on page. Those people are looking for something and you can turn them. As well, I would use these very much for churn and burn strategies. So if you are in gambling, and let's say you're in a market you shouldn't be because you don't have the license, as a normal website, you will be blocked in Google. Reddit won't be. So you can actually rank through that. And as well, because when you post something, it goes to the front page of Reddit and it's visible and people visit it. And if you do things like claim your bonus here in this casino, people come to your site. So churn and burn would be you create a subreddit. It's going to have longevity of 2 hours because you're going to overdo it. You publish all this claim your bonus here. You will see you have got 200-300 people on the page looking for that bonus, and they actually convert to your partner and you make money, and then you start over. If you get removed subreddit several times, you'll get completely banned and you need to start all over again. But if you are looking for quick money, Reddit is there as well.
Wow.
The nasty strategies. I know. I don't know where I'm coming from. So don't listen to me, people. Yeah, but I'm testing and I'm learning this. Like this works, you know. So,
wow. So you do a lot of testing and experimenting.
Of course. SEO is all about experimenting. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, in a normal job, you do a little bit more of the dry SEO, the very secure SEO.
Yeah.
You do the very good technical. I mean, if you look into iGaming websites, the huge ones, they're so broken. They are not beautiful. You just try to patch it all the time. It gets boring. You create a patch, it gets removed. You create a patch, it gets removed. You know, pre-render is removed because why do we need that? And it gets boring. And you do very beautiful content, but how beautiful is content about casino? I mean, it's always the same. The slots work the same. They just have different symbols. Yeah. Roulette strategies are the same. I mean, is there a strategy you put a thing, rolls, you lose money, right. You win money. Hey, for card counting, there is a little bit more strategies, but it's not that much. So the content becomes repetitive and boring. And then you get links to your site. And that gets as well repetitive and boring. So to have fun in SEO, you start to experiment. And if you don't do it, I don't know how you do SEO.
That's very creative.
I think SEOs need to be creative. Yeah. We have got this sticker of being this very boring people.
Yeah.
But in the end, we are not. And I work with lots and lots and lots of SEOs that inspired me on every day. Like, wow, do we do this? Oh my God, do it. And I always learn from them. I'm 16 years in SEO. And every day when I meet some colleagues, I'm like, wow, we do this as well. This is SEO as well. So yeah.
So I want others to learn from you. What are the common mistakes people do when they try to enter Reddit?
Common mistakes would be that they try to, first of all, publish in post or create posts or comment on existing posts of other Reddits and subreddits. And first of all, for this, you need karma, which is horrible to build. Don't get me wrong. I will share strategies tomorrow. And it was a pain in the beginning. I honestly thought like, okay, you are old person. You are over 40. Reddit is not for you. It's like for the young people, okay? You don't know how to build karma, give up. And then I actually came up with an idea how to do it. I asked lots of help, the younger generation, like, okay, so how would you like a comment on this Reddit thing? Thank you.
Any tips you can share with us?
Yeah, I'll share tomorrow, but the divisive topics really work very well. So I did, for example, Ahrefs or SEMrush, you know?
Okay.
Then I did Breitling or Rolex.
Okay.
So, I mean, I have smartwatch because that tells you how many steps you have in calories. Yes. Breitling and Rolex basically tell you that you're rich.
Yes.
Nothing else. Then I
but gets people talking.
Exactly. I get exactly the divisive topics. I wouldn't go to politics. That picks up lots of things, but I don't want to go into that because it's too tricky. And politics is something I don't touch. But if you have stomach for it, then politics pick up followers like this. And everybody has got an opinion, you know. Yes. Football picks up a lot of followers because everybody knows how they should play. Just, you know. Yes. So I don't do that because I don't really understand football. If I need, I ask my husband. But my most popular were pictures of my cats. And I have 6 cats. Yeah. And I started and you will see them tomorrow in my presentation. Awesome. And in 3 days, my karma grew to over 1,000 with them. Just like on the pictures. People love pictures of something cute. So if you have cats, rabbits, dogs, just share it and your karma will grow. Now you have karma and you can post in more interesting Reddits. And you need to be clever because if you obviously just say like, follow my Reddit here, people going to remove it. They build up their subreddit over years. They don't want to just give you traffic. So you'll need to be clever about it. Or even sending traffic to your website. Again, they will remove it. So you'll need to use a little bit of guerrilla marketing, infiltration marketing. You'll need to be very clever about hiding it and making very long funnel to get people to your subreddit or to your website. In the end, my goal was always to get people to my website. So I was trying to think like, so if I would create a good subreddit, you can put a widget with a text there, and that would be a link to your website, which Google counts as a follow link with a 95 DR. So I created one website just to test, like, how is it going to be landing there? And suddenly I started to rank. I'm like, I don't even have links. And then I went to Google Search Console, check my links, and it was the Reddit link that got me so much push for important keywords. So that's a wonderful thing to do.
And how much karma do you need to do that?
Depends. I mean, some you don't need any karma to do anything. You just, but those are not good subreddits. The good ones, anything from 150, 200, sometimes 1,000.
Okay. To get a good traction.
To get a good traction, yes. Then you'll be clever with the funnel. And the other common mistake is once you get a hang of it and you start to see that people are visiting your page, you're going to go crazy on it and you're going to be like, oh, I want to share this, I want to share this. And then you're doing too much. And Reddit gives you warning, like, there's too much activity on your account. Calm down. And if you don't calm down, you get banned. Like, I've broken so many Reddits, they got completely removed. Then I got banned as a person. So I need to start all over again. So be careful because you can break it. It is sort of sensitive, especially when you're sharing spam. So if you're going to do the churn and burn strategies, you're going to be banned.
Okay.
But it's worth it. If you are looking, for a quick win right now, let's say you just released a new bonus and it's going to last 3 days and you know that your rev share on that is 60%. You're just simply going to do that and you're going to create few personas and break it and make your money that way. It is a strategy. It's not long-term. You need to think, do I want a long-term strategy and have a good subreddit with good traffic or churn and burn?
Okay.
If you want to do both, do it on different accounts, potentially different computers and different IPs.
But safe and pretty calm tactic would be to just share cute content.
Cute content or useful content. I mean, as long as it's useful, there's so much ideas on Reddit how you can actually use useful content. But the recommendation by Reddit is 5 posts a day.
Okay.
Obviously, if there is nothing happening, you're going to do 5 spammy ones and it's not good. If there is 20 football matches you want to comment on, then 5 is not enough. But as long as it's useful and it starts getting traction, then it will not get removed. If it's getting spammy traction, you will see right away that it's very spammy. You will get removed.
And it's obviously very dependent on the type of product or brand that you want to promote, right?
Exactly. It's very, very niche relevant. Like your strategy needs to be niche relevant. Like something else is going to be for gambling. Something else is going to be for cosmetics or making nails. Everybody loves watching cute videos of making nails. They will not need to try that hard as person running casino website. But it is a fantastic strategy. And I highly recommend to start looking into it because we already in iGaming space, I don't know if any other space, we have got posts looking for people to build up Reddit. It's actual job.
Wow.
I'm sharing one of them in my presentation as well as Telegram communities. I know that's not big anywhere else, but in Telegram, we even have got our own currency for a casino. Okay. Wow. We abuse anything. If there is a way to abuse traffic, iGaming is there to do it. So you want to be in that space.
And in those type of niches, like iGaming, casinos, this churn and burn makes sense as a strategy.
Absolutely.
But if you're, for example, like a B2B SaaS, you want to promote a product, the safer approach.
Exactly. Even for casino, I would advocate for a safer approach, especially if you are a huge brand. If you have a huge brand, you don't want to do churn and burn. But if you are an affiliate promoting sort of a dodgier casino in a gray niche that you shouldn't be in, churn and burn will work because those websites get removed by governments all the time anyway. And you just need to think outside of a box.
Yeah.
That's why people in iGaming are very creative because we have to be. You need to think of outside of a box.
How about Reddit for B2B companies? Do you have any advice for this? Is it worth for them to get into
Absolutely,
Reddit?
it is because first of all, everybody is on Reddit. I mean, there is like 21 million searches a month on Reddit. 21 million. And they cover everything from cute pictures of cats to cosmetics to how to shave a cat for summer. There's everything. There's a lot of bad advice, but people are there. So potentially your end customer is there. People are looking there for SEO advice. There's lots of places sharing SEO podcasts.
Okay.
I'll share you're in one of my churn and burns. In a long-term strategy one. Don't worry, I'll put it a long-term strategy. There's a lot of best iGaming podcasts, best SEO tips for any niche, not just iGaming. And people are looking for it and they're actually fruitful discussions. A lot of people are looking to learn. A lot of people are looking to share their knowledge. It's a little bit like written YouTube. Because on YouTube, when you have a podcast there, people are actually looking to learn. Like, I have my podcast, and when I do something really, really high end, the traction isn't there. But when we do something like keyword research or how to build a website from scratch, this gets lots of traction because people want to learn. And Reddit works sort of the same way. So if you have a knowledge to share and then you offer your services that way, as a B2B, it will absolutely work. It will work any day.
So you can use it, and not just on LinkedIn, right? Because LinkedIn is like the big place for B2B. That can be alternative channel.
It for sure is, especially if you want to talk more and do more strategies, because LinkedIn, we try to still keep it a little bit more clean. You're not going to go into detailed strategies on how you did this or broke this. Plus, as well, if you learn Reddit, you will get job offers because the jobs exist. Plus, as well as I started to talk about it and ask people what they would do, I actually started to have clients coming to me like, can you build up a Reddit? Can you help us with it? I'm like, really?
Wow.
Okay, I'll think about it. But I didn't actually think it will turn into a service you can offer as an agency, but it definitely is. And there will be a lot of need for it because in iGaming, we like to copy. So if someone has something original, people will copy you in the end, but it will take time. And there's so many companies out there that are looking for services. I mean, there are thousands of casino sites that don't know what they're doing. So if you have a content, links, anything, they're hungry for something new. And if you can offer something above that, above the normal standard, let's say Reddit strategies, then you can make a good living out of it. So absolutely, even if you are not going to sell it on Reddit, if you become an expert on Reddit, you will get customers through other channels. So Reddit is a gold mine in way too many ways.
So this is a good moment to jump on Reddit.
Exactly. Actually, don't air this podcast. I give too many things away by now. No, of course, air it. But it's a fantastic tool. And I really didn't like Reddit in the beginning. And still when using Reddit, I'm careful because a lot of the advice is really bad.
Okay.
But you just need to use your common sense.
So experiment, try things out, but where also to get good advice.
Exactly, because I discovered few controversies on Reddit. So, for example, Google is all about it. The experience and expertise and authoritativeness and trustworthiness. There is a real person helping you. You know, like if you don't have those EAT elements and real authors, and those authors are actually experts in something, you have difficulties to rank. Yet Reddit, with a very thin, spammy AI content, with the absolutely anonymous person behind it, is ranking. Again, AI content, because of my experimentation, I built a website that really was just on AI and was ranking extremely well. I was looking like, what the hell is going on here? And then
you would never rank with this website on search, right?
Yeah, but I did. That was the normal website before March update. And it was ranking extremely.
Okay.
It was extremely ranking. There wasn't any, I mean, it was for iGaming space, but I didn't put any business behind it because I just wanted to see all this AI content is coming. What can I do with it? You know, and I use different AI tools. One would be ChatGPT, one would be StealthWriter to see what's performing how. And all of that got killed in March update. Reddit subreddit continue growing like this, like absolutely exactly identical usage of tools. So there is don't use AI, too much AI, and Reddit is ranking with AI. So there are lots of controversies. And as well, the helpful content update that killed anything that wasn't helpful, was spammy, was not original. And then you have got Reddit ranking with a one comment that is just like complete spam. And it ranks very well for competitive keywords. So there are a lot of controversies. So when reading Reddit, when going through Reddit, be careful with the advice because not all of it is going to be great. You saw it on the AI overviews that was fed through Reddit, and it was like put glue into your pizza sauce. You know, sort of these things are coming from Reddit. There is lots of bad advice. So don't trust it 100%. Go there for the discussion. Go there for the fun. I mean, there are lots of fun there as well. But be careful with the advice, just like with everything on internet.
Do you think mentions in Reddit can help companies get into the results of generative search?
Reddit is one of the places Google is getting results for. So if you have a nice space with lengthy content, quality content, you can use it to build your brand. You can use it to rank in AI overviews. Absolutely, yes. It will be one of the places because when you do anything, Reddit is there to rank. Usually position one, then if not position one, then position two, especially in America. And then we know that the AI overviews are feeding off those quite a lot. So they are going to be mentioned there.
And how about the results in like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini?
As well, because it's scraping the web. Not probably Not that much on Reddit now, but because they are blocking those tools. But I'm sure they will find a way to scrape them.
How do you build good reputation on Reddit?
First of all, start with good subreddit with a good name and then slowly build it up. So I would recommend you build up first your content, enough content to be interesting for people to come back. It's like when you're building a podcast, you release few before it starts to get attraction. Because people want to see like, okay, that was a good one podcast, but I'm not going to follow it for one podcast. And you have 20 and people are like, okay, they keep doing good content, therefore I keep coming back. Reddit is the same. You build up your content. Let's talk about betting because that's a very successful one on Reddit. And with the American thirst for soccer. It works really beautifully. So you will not start to promote it when you have one prediction. You'll do few predictions. They obviously appear on the front page and people come and start to like you. And then when you have more, you can link to other Reddit saying like, yes, I was betting on this game. This was my results. More tips here. And you just link to your subreddit. They might remove it. They might not. Because if it's not too commercial, they usually would not remove it. If it's too commercial, they would. And slowly you build it up. And if you have a product that people want, which tips for free and predictions for free are always something people want to use because usually you need to pay for those, then you will build up a good subreddit with a good name. And then you can start to monetize it by, let's say selling the links and widgets.
Okay.
But it takes time. It's not going to be overnight. I would say months.
Yeah. How long does it take to see the results?
Again, I would say as in any SEO, it depends. Okay. Because it really depends on the niche. If you have a fun niche, like I created a subreddit with AI pictures of cats. That one is growing like crazy. It's just the cute pictures of cats generated with AI. It's like cat chasing mouse and cat smelling a flower and cats having a date. I'm a cat person. What can I say? And this is picking up. It's like, I don't even have to try.
Yeah.
In a moment you publish something, people come to the page and it's growing. If it's going to be casino, people are not going to like it that much. It's going to take you forever. Football is going to be, if you don't break it, let's say 3 months till you see a nice traction.
Okay.
But again, it takes time and depends how much you're going to be posting, how good your predictions are going to be. If you make 20 predictions and all of them are off, well, no one's going to come back. There will be predictions by me. Okay. Is Baník Prievidza or Barcelona going to win? I'll probably guess Barcelona because that's obvious. But if there are two very close ones, I wouldn't be able to make the call. So if you have an expert, again, we're coming back to the expert is an interesting content. You will create a good subreddit. People will follow it. People will love it. People will come back and be your customers.
But it still depends very much on multiple factors.
Absolutely. But I would say Reddit, in the end, is all about great content. Because people want to have fun there. People want to learn. They ask really stupid questions sometimes. Like, I'm looking at like, really? That's a question. Okay. But they want to find an answer. So it's a community of people looking to learn, looking to have fun. It's like a whole life online in one subreddit, so you need to be there.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's all about getting the right answers quickly.
Exactly. It's like search.
Yes, exactly. I just talked about it with Crystal Carter earlier today with generative search results, like from ChatGPT, Gemini. We go there to get quick answers. Yeah. So Reddit works similarly.
In my humble opinion, Reddit is Google's answer to ChatGPT because they lost their race there, right? When you think of AI, you say ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You don't say Google overviews. You say ChatGPT, just like when you're looking for something, you Google it.
Yeah. Even Gemini is like on the fringe.
Exactly. Gemini, you think like, tarot readers, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's their answer to that because they lost that race and then they start to push that AI overviews and they were getting those horrible answers and it was not flying. And then from 19% visibility, they scaled down to like 2% visibility. It was rolling only in USA. Now they're slowly starting somewhere else, but it's not getting the traction they would like. So I think they thought, let's do something else and let's do more of this people aspect to it. And I think that's why they're giving so much love to Reddit because in the end, the AI overviews are fed by people, by whatever we create on web and whatever we feed the tools. So if people are creating this content, maybe they thought, let's go directly to the people. Let's not create AI answers of people. So I think that's why Reddit is their answer to that. And I think it's an interesting answer because it is actually real humans. Even if there is AI content, someone needs to upload it. It's not a tool behind that.
So we're nearing the end of the year here. What can we expect in 2025 in terms of Reddit, AI overviews?
Yeah, well, I keep asking this, and I started to create for my podcast an advent calendar when I ask all my guests, and I'm going to upload it every day so we don't get just one prediction. So, and a lot of them are repetitive. So a lot of people are predicting the importance of brand becoming more and more. And I agree with that because Google keep announcing that brand is important. It is not a mystery. So I think strong brand recognition, growing the brand is important over just ranking just for generic keywords. Generic keywords are important and you need them, but it's going to be easier to bring them in-house if you have the good brand. Then definitely EAT is going to be more and more important. We know that Google keeps putting more effort into it. So we are trying to build EAT, and in iGaming we even fake it. I actually spoke to my friend about fake EAT till you make EAT. I think it will be a fantastic topic for conference. Yeah. But there's a whole way of us in iGaming trying to create a persona if we don't have one to fake EAT, and it takes so much effort. I think Google can maybe change it to EAT and something else. So it may be going to be EAT U, like uniqueness, or EAT R is reliability. I don't know. I think that sort of thing is going to grow. And I think Reddit is going to become more and more important. I hope Google starts to a little bit moderate the content they have. Mm-hmm. And AI is here to stay. AI is with us for a long time. It's just we're giving it more and more priority.
Mm-hmm. Uniqueness is very interesting that you mentioned, because that also brings us to AI. You want to be unique. You don't want to be another, I don't know, my name is Aneta Semkov. There are not 5 of them in the world. I'm the only one. But if you have a repetitive name, that gets confusing, right? So it's very important to keep
uniqueness for sure, uniqueness. Yeah. So I think that will be something that they might do. Mm-hmm. But you building your own brand, like we know you. If someone tries to fake you, we'll be like, that's not her. Yeah. She is not 2 meters tall with blonde hair. We will know. So you putting your face there, you answering the EAT principle.
Yes. So that also brings us a little bit to the entities. Can you speak a little bit on that topic as well?
Entities were always here, always important. We just started to name them entities.
Okay.
But they will grow of importance because entity, especially in casino, I mean, if you say casino, you can think of the movie casino, which is completely different to online casino, which is different to land-based casino. So entities will be important, and you will need to define this better with your strategy and answer that better with your content that you're creating. In iGaming, we have a need to publish content, even if it's irrelevant. So you would see a lot of casino websites publishing about land-based casinos. You will see a lot of casino websites writing about movies about casino. So it becomes very confusing and blurry lines, and you're ranking for something you shouldn't. So I think going forward, entities are becoming more and more important because the web is getting just so dense with all the answers and way too many websites. So you'll need to define your product and your niche a little bit better, and entities are absolutely on growth. It's up trajectory for that.
Any other last tips or insights you'd like to share?
Keep educating yourself, keep going to conferences, because things are changing way too fast and my predictions might be completely off. We are shooting this in October 2024, I want to say so. Let's review in 2025 how right I got this or not.
Yes, I hope. I'm keeping fingers crossed for your Reddit strategist.
Thank you.
Yes, so thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. If you'd like to learn more, please follow Ivana's LinkedIn profile. And also follow our company's page, Linkhouse and I Hate SEO podcast on YouTube. And thank you so much again, Ivana.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.